Okay, hi everyone. Just checking to see if everything's working. Okay, it is. Chat box is working. Everything is working fine. Hi. Okay, hi. I see people joining already. Can you guys just let me... Hi, AJ. Can you guys just let me know if the chat box is working, if the screen is clear, if you can hear me clearly, if everything is good, just let me know in the chat box. Hi, Night Breeze 82. How's it going? Okay, cool. It's already 5:30 here in Singapore, so we're gonna start the webinar. Everything's working good. Hi, Buddha Lama. Hi. Okay, everything's clear. Thank you so much for letting me know. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to today's live trading session brought to you by IC Markets Global. Okay. Once again, welcome back for those who have been here like for weeks now, and those who are here for the first time. Welcome. Hey, before I continue, you guys know how this works. We need to do the disclaimer. So, risk warning. Trading Forex and CFDs carries a high level of risk to your capital and you should only trade with money you can afford to lose. So please do not take this webinar as a signals group, as any form of financial advice, investment advice, of any sort of advice. This is merely a live trading session where I, as a professional full-time trader, well, part-time trader, professional trader, will go to the charts and look at it and do my analysis. Okay, so I'm merely showing you guys how I do my analysis. It does not, please don't take it as some kind of signal. Please take it purely as educational. Okay, these webinars are purely educational and nothing else. Okay, so introducing your host. My name is Cassandra. You can call me Cass for those who don't already know me. Hi, I am an investment analyst and a prop trader. So I'm with Everest Fortune Group, which is a finalist for the Best Forex and Best Equity Research for multiple years running. We do a lot of back testing, a lot of forecasting, a lot of basically charting on the charts to see where price is going, and a lot of the materials you see are materials that are churned up by our team. Okay, I'm talking about materials that you may see online as well. Okay, other than that, I am a prop trader. That means that I am a funded trader. To get funded, you need to do at least 10% profits within the month. When I took the test, it was a month. Now it's a bit more lenient. Okay, so once you successfully pass the test, follow all their strict rules, then you get funded. So I've been funded like 3 times now. I'm working on getting funded the 4th time. And yeah, I'll let you guys know how that goes. Okay, anyways, the agenda for today is to touch on the key approaches. We're gonna touch the cheat sheet checklist, and then we're gonna go into live charts. So this is the cheat sheet that I'm talking about. We are basically gonna look for horizontal levels, trend lines, channels, any other chart patterns, any death or golden crosses, natural moving average, stochastics, RSI, correlation, for reversal, for breakouts. Okay, that's basically a guide of the things that you should be looking out for. It can be longer. This list can be way more extensive. It's just that this is basically the basics of it. Okay, cool. Thank you for sitting through the introduction. We're gonna go straight to the live charts. Okay, do let me know if you guys have any charts you want me to look at. Otherwise, I'm just gonna stick to the ones that I usually chart on. So I'm gonna start with gold because I am currently in a gold trade right now. Okay, yeah, hopefully this works out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is go into daily, which is what I usually do, to look at the trend. So when sorry, let me just pull up more charts so that we have a rough idea of what we're going to be looking at today. So gold is a commodity. I do want to look at gold. Oh, this is my analysis that I'm going to show you guys later anyways. Let's do EUR/USD. I find that structurally it works very clean. I don't know if this worked out. Okay, it did kind of work out. I don't know if any of you got in. I did not get into this trade. It was just an analysis that I did. Another one would be Ethereum. So we're gonna do one crypto, one commodity, and one forex pair. And then if we still have time, we can look at one more forex pair. Okay. Okay, this one kind of worked out really well. I was expecting for price to move up, which it did. Okay, it looks like it's gonna keep moving up. Let's get rid of all of this. The next one will be, let's do GBP, JPY. Why am I choosing this pair? It's because the reason I'm choosing this pair is because we've got a gold, we've got EUR, we've got Ethereum, and then I want to do one that is not linked to a US dollar. Okay, so these are the four that we're gonna look at, but if you guys want me to look at more, just let me know in the chat box and then we can look at it together. Okay, yeah, I will prioritize the ones that you guys want me to look at. I will prioritize the ones you guys want me to look at. Okay, so XAU USD, it is moving on a uptrend. I personally think it is going up, so that's my bias for gold. So now that I know that it's going up, I want to look for a buy, right? Can you guys let me know if anyone is trading gold? Just let me know in the chat box. Don't be shy. Okay, price is moving upwards. Okay, so we're gonna pull out that cheat sheet again so that we have a rough idea of what we're gonna do. So checklist, sorry. The first thing we're gonna do is we wanna look for, let me pull out a, oh my gosh, I just want a pen. Okay, no. Hey, basically we're gonna look at trend first. So we already got the trend. So trend is going on an uptrend. We already know that you always want to look for trend first, because once you identify trend, I feel like 50% of the battle has won. Like you've won 50% of your battle, right? So trend, we've already got it. The next thing you want to do is look for horizontal levels. That means support and resistance. So I'm gonna like mark out some support and resistance. Okay, I see this very obvious swing high right here. The one that's closest to where price is right now. Okay, the support and resistance you want to look for is the one that's closest to where price is right now. Okay, cool. Oh, cool. Okay. The next thing you want to look for based on this list is any other chart pattern like wedges, triangle, double top, and double bottom. So can you guys let me know? I'm gonna zoom out if you guys see any chart pattern. Don't be shy, let me know in the chat box. Voila. Okay. That's my own account. I just want to see if the chat is working. Cool. There is a triangle right now if you guys cannot see it. How do you know there's a triangle? So the first thing first is if you're following this checklist, right? If you are following this checklist by right, you should be identifying trend lines first and then you should be marking it out. It's not a habit for me to do it, but yes, you should be doing that. So then you can just mark your trend line here and then mark another trend line here, and then you see a really nice triangle right now, right? You guys see that? see price moving in a triangle. I'm just gonna mark it very cleanly so you guys can see what I'm doing. Bearish butterfly. Oh, okay. Give me a moment. What does a sorry. I think butterfly is a harmonics pattern, right? The butterfly pattern trading. Let me see what a butterfly looks like. So a butterfly is a W pattern that's a little slanted. So I'm guessing, I mean, this is what I'm seeing, right? I'm guessing it looks something like, is this a butterfly that you are seeing? Or is it from here? Let me know in the chat box. Hey Jamilu, welcome. Okay, based on the butterfly pattern, give me a moment, guys. I'm trying to figure this out. The butterfly pattern A, XA, okay. I mean, I kind of see the butterfly pattern, but the butterfly pattern, this area needs to be longer for it to be a valid butterfly, and then it needs to meet the Fibonacci levels. It doesn't look like it's fitting right now. Unless price continues up, then it will form it will form the pattern. Right now the pattern is still forming, so I wouldn't say it's there yet, but it's still forming. Okay, but I do see it. Okay, that's very interesting that you see a bearish butterfly. I do see it as well. After you mention it, I do see it as well. It's just that the problem is it's not fully formed yet. So maybe after it's fully formed, so this, after it's fully formed here, maybe from here you can enter a sell, right? Because if we are pulling a butterfly pattern, I'm gonna bring this to the charts. Just give me a moment. Okay, if we are pulling a butterfly pattern, you guys can see that X, A, B, C. So everything seems to be working out. The only thing that's not working right now is the D has not ended. Okay, so I'm guessing once the D has ended, it will have completed the butterfly, and then there might be a bearish signal to enter for a sell, because if this is a bearish butterfly, that means you will be entering a sell here. So this totally makes sense, but just not right now because the pattern has not ended. Okay, so cool. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for pointing that out, AJ. I'm gonna write that down actually. And I'm gonna go research on it and we'll update each other. I'll update you guys next week. Because I think it will take until next week for it to fully form. Yeah, guys, if you guys see anything, do let me know in the chat box. Don't be shy. The reason why I'm so open to all your opinions and whatnot is because my style of trading is a certain style. So I use a lot of Elliott wave. I use a lot of support resistance. I use a lot of like, yeah, these are the ones that I use a lot. Ichimoku, a lot of RSI, stochastics. But if you are using a style of trading that I'm not used to, if you point it out and I don't see it, I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. I see it now. Because I'm not used to trading that style, so my eyes are not very trained to identify that kind of pattern. But if this is your style of trading, do let me know in the chat box, because we are all here to just learn together, right? Okay, so speaking of Elliott wave, why I chose to chart gold is because I am currently on a Elliott wave count. I don't know if I'm correct, but I hope I am. So basically, Elliott wave is a technical analysis tool that measures 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then followed by ABC. So right now, based on my calculations, based on my analysis, we are currently in 4. Okay, 4 is the pullback wave. So price was going in an uptrend, and then number 2, This is number 2, the pullback wave, and number 4 is the pullback wave. That means once it's done pulling back, I do want to get in on a buy, right? So to show you guys the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I'm talking about, basically 3 is somewhere here, okay? Basically there is a wave 3 pattern somewhere here, and then now we are in a wave 2. After the wave 2 is done, we're going to continue up on a wave 4. How do I know that? Because based on Elliott wave theory, wave 4 usually moves in a triangle, which we have currently identified. So we see this triangle here. This is usually a formation that happens during a wave 4. Okay, this is usually a formation that happens during a wave 4, a Elliott wave 4. So now that I also did my wave count, so I'm a bit more confident. Okay, so how that Elliott wave works, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by ABC. ABC. And then after the ABC is done, then it continues with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's basically moving in an uptrend. Okay, so anytime there's an ABC means that it is corrective. So within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Within 2 and 4, there's actually a ABC. There's actually a ABC here, and then there's actually a ABC here. So I think we are in wave 4, and we are now doing the ABC. Okay, sometimes it's doing the ABCDE. Triangles are usually ABCDE. So this is what I've identified. We're doing right now A, B, C, D, and then the E is going to end somewhere, and then that's where you enter for your buy. Okay, that's where you enter for your buy. Okay, usually ends somewhere within here, and then after the end of ABCDE, we're gonna start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you guys get the gist? So let me show you guys how this works. Triangle, wave 4, Elliott wave. Okay, so oh my gosh, verifying that I'm a human. Yes, I'm a human. Okay, you guys can see here that in a triangle, price will move A, B, C, D, E. After the E is done, it will shoot up and break the triangle. Okay, it will shoot up and break the triangle. So I'm expecting price to complete this A, B, C, D, E and then shoot up here. That means I'm getting ready to get in for a buy somewhere here. Okay, and then once this is complete, it will be just nice, it will work beautifully. And then after that, when the bearish butterfly formation is done, that's when we can consider a sell. So right now, looking for the buy, then later on we're going to look for a sell for gold. Okay, cool. So within ABCDE, there's actually ABC, ABC. Within ABCDE, there's ABCD. There's ABCD. Sorry, ABC. So I'm just gonna plot this out. A, B, C. A can be this one, B, and then C. And then now we're doing A, B, C. Okay, so right now we're doing ABC. So ABC looks like a zigzag. Okay, it needs... Which time frame are you looking for wave 4? I'm looking at the daily actually. On the daily, it looks like a wave 4. So this is a wave 4. But yeah, I'm just going to the smaller time frame so that we can get an entry. So that I can get an entry. Okay, so now that I know price is always looking in a zigzag, it can be like this. A, then a very small B, and then a C. Or this could be A, then a B is going to form somewhere, and then a C somewhere. And then once the C is done, that means E is done, and then we can complete, we can done. Okay, so that means there's actually a buy entry here somewhere. Okay, if I am correct. If I am correct, there's actually a buy entry somewhere. That being said, I actually got in for a buy here. I actually got in for a buy last Friday. I'm actually in this buy right here from last Friday because number one, I'll tell you why I got in for this buy. Okay, number one, whenever you spot a triangle, it means that you expect price to continue moving within that triangle. So I got in here because it's at the end of the triangle, therefore it's expected to reverse from here, right? That's just based on triangle alone. Number two, because of Elliott wave, I expect this to be A, B, and then a C. Okay, that means A is completed. It's time to get in for a B. B is going to end. I don't know where it's going to end, somewhere around here. And then we continue with the C. But right now, I got in at the A. Okay, the next thing is also because this exact area is where there is a nice zone that kind of lines up. Okay, lines up with this trend line. Okay, this zone lines up with this trend line here. Okay, so why am I marking this green zone? Because I'm taking this swing low here, this swing low here, this 60% fit, swing low here. Okay, so it kind of lines up very nicely. Everything is lining up basically in this zone, so it makes me want to get in for a buy here. I already got in for a buy, you know, so I mean, price is coming back. I'm happy with my buy, even though, you know, nothing's really happening right now. Because why? Because everything to do with trading is factual. Okay, there's nothing about trading that is like emotional. It's like you don't cry over trading. Everything is just factual. So based on facts, everything is telling me that price is going to reverse here. Okay, everything is telling me that price is going to reverse here. So right now I don't know if I'm wrong or if I'm right, but I just know that I need to wait. Okay, I just need to wait. Okay, so AJ is saying 60% fib. That's kind of right. So I already got the levels ready actually. For Elliott wave, B usually retraces at 38.2, 61.8, or sometimes 90% to 100%. Okay, I didn't put 100% because if you think about it, if price retraces to 100%, it will be outside of the triangle. So that doesn't make sense. Price needs to move within the triangle for this to still be valid, right? Okay, so I expect price to move to somewhere within this box. Somewhere within this box, this green box here. I'm going to change it to like blue. Okay, so somewhere within here I can take my profit. Basically, I have a trade right now that looks like this. My stop loss is just below this zone, like literally right here. It's so tight because if it comes out from this zone, it means that it is hold on. If it comes up from this zone, it means that it has broken this triangle. So by right, it shouldn't break the triangle. So that's why I put my stop loss just below this zone. So my stop loss is tight. I actually put it at 14, I think. Check ascending trend line H1. Give me a sec. Ascending. Are you talking about this trend line? Are you talking about this trend line and it looks like it's broken? Ascending channel. Okay, just give me a sec. Sorry, it was so like blurry. Ascending channel. Give me a moment. There you go. Not rectangle. I think I haven't used the channel in such a long time. Oh, parallel channel. There you go. This looks like a fake out. Is this what you're asking me to focus on? Yeah, it looks like, I mean, I'm really happy with it. It looks like it's going on an uptrend. It really looks like it's going on an uptrend. Also, oh, are you talking about this tiny part here? This tiny little like channel that is forming. Oh my gosh, where is it? There. Is this what you're talking about? Yeah, basically I'm quite happy with my analysis. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to that 4 hours.